Okay. No delay at all. I guess I'm fine with that. Welcome, friends, to another casted game. Wow. QQ, cow, cough. Anyway, welcome to the semifinals of the top bracket of Elo Legends number 100 2v2 tournament today. And yeah, we are watching Team Finska boys here with FatElfger and meatspin. We'll just call him Meat. He's gonna be Meat now because, you know, innuendo. And they are facing off against the boys over here, the Walkers, Flurry and Pedestrian, we just watched in the quarterfinals. We've got Byzantine French versus Sushi Rus. We've got options here, right? All of these civs can do a really decent feudal timing. Pedestrian and Sushi here, they could just play Knights and Zooks, as we just saw when they played French and Sushi. And we do have the other side. These guys could just be playing, you know, Knights and Mass Feudal Limited plus. I assume you just go. What do you do actually? I mean, all three contracts are viable, but I guess you could go for. Yeah, just go for longbows, you know, because it is just an all-around cookie cutter. See what is in here. Zuganu and War Elephant. I mean, War Elephants would be pretty decent if you want to get it to that later. But there's a different option that they could be doing. And that different option, you know, with this resource spawn, back gold, back berries, beautiful. You couldn't wish for anything better for Byzantines. They could just be playing Byzantine Fast Castle into Cataphract Gulp with the Cistern of the First Hill. That would be near unstoppable. Assuming you don't die first. Grand Winery coming out, no surprises there. It even has a perfect spaced farm spot here next to the TC. Like, could you get anything better? By the way, speaking of anything better, I have a horrible suspicion here. Yeah. So, if you're a Byzantine player, your first cistern has one job. One job only. It should cover your gold and it should cover your sheep. That is your only requirement. Nothing else matters. Because that is the only two resources you'll be taking until Feudal Age. But yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. And so we have a little bit of a later feudal timing, which is fine, but you know, could be better. Could be better. Got a School of Cavalry with 6. That is a really fast H-up. This guy does not want to wait for anything at all. He is... I guess he's heading perfectly for that first knight. Should be fine there. Kremlin coming out for Pedestrian with this positioning. Stone right below it, gold next to it. Could still be both. Woodline is also covered. Could still be both in the sense of second TC play, or it could be a full feudal play, or it could be a castle play. But full feudal, usually you'd want to go for the Golden Gate because it gives you more momentum. And we're already on the back gold, like... Yeah, I guess you start on this, but you should move over because the Kremlin will protect you. This is the big one though. Pedestrian really wants these deer, and they're a little on the scary side right now. Let's see what Pedestrian's gonna do. He's up. Immediate stable. So far, doesn't really tell you much, except that he's gonna be making a knight before he does anything else. Sushi getting an okay garden. Gold, berries, wood. It's not like... It's nothing to write home about. This would be a better spot because you get more woodline. It is what it is, right? And this would be an even better spot because you get stone, berries, a little bit of wood, a little bit of gold. But yeah, it's always the your opponent French is already up. It's scary. It is scary. God, please don't donate. You see the wall coming up for the Byzantine. That could mean a whole lot of things. 3 on the gold. Doesn't indicate a fast castle. usually indicates getting the upgrades and then going full feudal, and that is exactly what it looks like right now. We don't have an oil counter here, so let's swap to a Fat Elf perspective. Almost 500. We don't currently have enough wood to make a merc house, and he really should. Because if you're doing anything with this winery at all, it is all meant to get you mercs. No early farm start, by the way. You don't have to. It's just a nice bonus if you put that Dark Age farm out there. We do have a mining camp on the gold. So, Pedestrian not doing any 2TC shenanigans. Just feudal. Just feudal aggression. And that is fine. No wheelbarrow for him just yet. No professional scouts. No survival techniques. I really wish he was on this deer, but then again, there's also a French knight there. But he's completely unrateable because this Kremlin exists. Let's go to his perspective. Like, he saw this knight pass by all the way down here. He sees the next knight pass by as well. Should probably warn his teammate that there's enemy knights down there. Ruse Knight, catch the French by surprise. Get one of the villagers out. French villagers returning to the gold. They can't really be here. Next knight is coming out though. And the French knight is better than the Ruse. Because, I mean, their stats are identical, right? But you do get a bonus 2 damage, I believe it is, when you finish a charge. So, if you charge, you're winning the fight. Nice charge though. Farm Pedestrian does not get the villager. A French knight would have gotten the villager. That is the difference here. More Ruse Knights on the way though. Double stable for Pedestrian. It's just gonna be full knight production. So I guess we're just gonna, yeah, there is the all-in. And what is Fat Elf doing? He's going fast castle. He has put more on gold now. He is eating all of these berries. He could be on these deer, but I guess he does have a French neighbor, so doesn't really want to. I guess that is fair. He's gonna go on the berries instead. It's scary though, because they're not really controlling this middle area. There is everything open, and there's no towers. Like, you kind of need towers here. At least one of them. Just so you have some vision, just so you have some security. French Knights defending in the back, but they don't really want to fight here on the tower. It's just very annoying for Mr. Meat. Because he's constantly forced off of gold. Now the villagers are sitting in the tower. That was like 20 seconds not mining again. It really adds up. And, you know, here's a sushi army that's gonna be driving you off of deer and potentially killing villagers. Not only potentially, that is -1. That is -2. Keshik coming out. And here's the cistern of the first hill. No, that's a Goldenhorn tower. Wait, I was gonna say. Okay, we've got a fast castle into Goldenhorn. Interesting. And as far as spots for the landmark go, this is scary. You know, here's the TC range. Your villagers build from this side. Okay, but I really wish he would have put it in the back, or maybe here for his third cistern. Like, if knights go in here, you can't finish building that. If the Zuginu are half a screen away, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, he's gonna get it through. This is the perspective from Team Walker. Fast Castle for the Byzantines is just about done. Are we going Varangians then? They're very expensive. Oh, he swapped it. He swapped it to Cistern of the First Hill in the back. And we have a stable come out, so it's gonna be Cataphract Gulps. Cataphract Gulps with Keshik. Watching too much Jigglypuff. Huh. Okay. Mr. Meat getting the melee defense before the range. That hopefully was a misclick, because this spearman doesn't care that you have 1 armor on your knights when he does +20 to cavalry. While these Zuginu that do 4 damage per shot and they shoot 3 times, they do care if they do 1 damage or 2. As soon as they have +1. But, you know, they should be getting +1 anytime now. Anytime now. In your own time, Flurry. You do have the resources to do this, so you should. I guess it doesn't matter. As long as Flurry is not getting the upgrade, these guys will only take the minimum amount of damage, which is 3 per volley. -1 villager. House doesn't get finished. House gets ramped down. -3 villagers. -4 villagers. -5. Oh god, this should not happen. But Castle Age is finished for FatElf. And we do have the cataphracts in the queue. Keshik are also here. The upgrade is coming through as we speak. There should be a blacksmith out that gets you range defense right about now. But doesn't matter. Because, you know, Flurry doesn't have the upgrade. And you will have enough automatically to get minimum amount of damage. Bonk. But the ram survives, the knights though do not. And Meat just threw away about a quarter of his army value. Villagers just barely make it out. Let's see, is this just a repeat performance of the other game? Because Meat already on 28 villagers compared to the 39 of everyone else. And we do have these rams still going strong. And as I say that, they're gonna be charged and destroy. Roost Knight Charge comes in and French Charge gets broken off. But we're still diving a town center. Here comes the scary part though. Where are the cataphracts? You need like 2 more cataphracts and you can take this fight. Okay, production speed is on. There is the... Oh yeah, you do want this as well. +1 armor for the cataphracts is huge. Because it's just +1 armor, right? It is melee and range. 3 cataphracts. I wonder... How many spears are here? Not enough. This is not enough spears. 17 spears on the map for Flurry. They should already be here. They're just currently crossing the map, churning away at 2 barracks. Soon it will be enough. Soon it will be enough spears to deal with it, but right now, these Byzantine units should destroy everything. This is set to automatic gulping? Yes, it is set to automatic gulping, so Keshik could be gulping automatically, and you don't want that. Rising Empires! I guess the top bracket has finished. Hello! Great, Jigglypuff is here, and look, you ruined this tournament! People are gulping, I hate it! Hey folks, how you doing? We're currently in the top bracket semifinals and watching Jigglypuff ruin Age of Empires 4. But yeah, you know what? There's also 18 spears on this map, but I don't think these 9 cataphracts are necessarily very impressed. It's just that, I don't know, FatElf seems to be a little scared. Even though he has 8 cataphracts here that could be going in right about now. It's just his teammate only has 3 knights and he's really hurting. But he does have 688 stone, so there's that. There's that. Anyway, Team Walker, as the Sushi and Roost players here are, is feeling pretty damn good about themselves right now, but FatElf is just stacking up the cataphracts and it's a scary mess. Do we have the upgrade? No teardrop shields just yet. That is no extra armor for these cataphracts outside of the other blacksmith upgrades. And High Trade House is currently coming in for the Roos, who has only 6 knights. Why are we making archers? I am confusion. I guess there's gonna be crossbows soon, because this kind of needs an answer. It's very scary. At the same time, it is very scary, but it could also be in these bases right now and be an unstoppable force of destruction. Anyway, we're going back apparently. This is what Team Walker sees. Doesn't want to fight. Castle Age is in. Upgrades should be pressed right about now. We're producing out of 2 stables. No upgrades in the barracks. Do we even have a blacksmith? Let me hit the blacksmith. Ah, we do. I was looking right at it and I didn't see it. Man, this is the most posturing cataphract game I've ever seen. You got gulp. This is your timing. Use it. "21 spears. Shaolin Monastery coming in for Zushi. And then these guys will be doing 5 plus 2 in just a bit. How much armor does a cataphract have? It's 4 plus 2, so I guess it's fine. You're still on minimum damage against veterans Zugino. But the spears will be an issue, because you know that they have extra health and you just don't immediately murder them. Veteran Spearman upgrade coming out now. For Pedestrian. We're just churning away at spears, I guess? Okay. Okay, here comes the charge. Here's the gulp, and look at these guys. I mean, they're not even being attacked right now, but they don't really care about the Zooks. Let's see how many gulps are here. This is on cooldown. There's the gulp, it's too late. I guess he's still on auto gulp, and it seems to trigger very late. But spears, you know, these spearmen that they had, that was 15 of them, they're gone. They're just gone. And the cataphracts are still half health. You know, these knights, they're still here, but not for very long. And look at these army numbers that looked so great for Team Walker just a little while ago. They're no longer there. It's like, wow, this is like pretty good. More gulping coming out. I feel like he should be out of gulps at this point. So this is pretty much the last of it. But you know, he also killed the entire army. So this is fine. And now he's sitting on top of the production of our Roost player. Zushi still untouched. No farm setup with granaries. But I guess he's not in song. We do have the militia come out, the gremlins with the castle age. They do decently against cavalry, plus 10. But you know, you can just walk away from them. Or you could turn around and kill them. It's your choice, really. Byzantine taking the forward berries here. We don't really have a late game setup with the farms yet, but do they really care? Still no teardrop shields. I really wish we would get that. FatElf, though, he's floating so much food. Doesn't really have enough gold. Where's he on gold? Gold. Any gold? Not here. Not that. There he is. Level 4 cistern. Cataphracts are still happily murdering their way through the Roost base. I mean, they're just hanging out here under the Kremlin. Keep is coming up. It's not like these guys would care too much about that, but they're gonna find the keep and they're gonna murder more villagers. Let's see. Pedestrian is currently on 45 of them. And, well, now he's on 35. We've got more gulps coming out. Cataphracts is just gonna go to Sushi now. Sushi on crossbows, no spears. You need both to deal with this. And the number of cataphracts on the map is right now 17. It's just too much. It's just too much. Like, it's... This was basically a 1v2. Like, our French player here was the punching bag while Byzantine just boomed. And, well, then, you know, death, destruction, doom. But, I mean, you play against this once and then you learn to respect it. Because it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Right, Beastie? Right? Wait, no. Nobody said that. Anyway. Crossbows coming out. Crossbows are doing decent damage to this. If only, you know, trample wouldn't exist, so you can ignore any front line and go straight to the crossbows. So it's really scary. And we do have Gulam, I guess. Why is he making Gulam? Was it a misclick? We do have the Horsemen come out now. And I think the Horsemen are the fact that, well, he doesn't really have a whole lot of gold at this point in time. But yeah, 111 to 90 economy at this point. His French neighbor is on 2 TC. Cataphract's just gonna trample in there. Rus is confined to their base. Anything that is outside, it will just get brutally murdered and burned down. And we're already... How are we dealing with the mass crossbows? Is there anything going on? I mean, we're going horsemen here. Our friend is still going knights. Cataphracts are gonna burn down the high trade house now. These Rus knights, they're not happy. I mean, they do get some royal knights for free, I guess. And we don't get trade. Trade post is in a sad spot, but you know, if we have full map control, might as well go for like a little bit of a cheeky trade from there to there. As far as relic goes, let's see here. Relics being picked up. There we go. And we do have none of them in yet. Okay, cataphracts going into the sushi now. This is the actually interesting fight, because the crossbows will be doing real good damage. Several cataphracts already down. Gulp did nothing there because they were all by their lonesome. But speaking all by their lonesome, these crossbows are fully exposed. Roos coming in to tank a little bit of the punishment. But hey, remember when we had crossbows on the map? Yeah, me neither. There is 11 of them. There's 10 of them. There's 9 of them. Are we right-clicking single crossbows now? And that's 7, that's 5, that's 4. You know where all of their production is. You could just be sitting there. This game is over. And war crimes. Flurry is on 45 eco at this point, 46. Let's see, the only guy who was uncontested is on 67 at this point in time. His teammate who got hurt early is on 60 with 2 TCs. And Bruce is still on 35 because they did lose again quite a few there. Cataphract mass is just uncontested. I guess the Age of Empires sound is really loud. I'll tone it down a little bit. Holy shit. Sorry. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Exactly. Remember when this was just a meme build? And it only worked against really bad players? But then I think the maximum amount of gulps you could have was 8. And now it is... Where do you see how much gulp we have available? I don't know where to see it in the observer interface. It should be on the cistern, but... Oh yeah, 20 active flasks. That is the current maximum. It used to be 8, so it was kind of useless. Bonk. All the production's getting taken down. We're going for grenadiers. It's not the unit, my friend. Spears and crossbows is the unit. It's just that it feels so bad because this army, one of these cataphracts costs a whole sum of 180 plus 150, which is 330. Oh, I can do math on stream. They're pretty expensive. It's basically almost Gilded Knights, except it is actually Gilded Knights because they do tons of damage and they heal. We could just trample into this, doesn't matter, we don't even need to draw that out. Just trample over it. These spears don't do anything to you. I guess you will lose these very low HP ones that should be gulping, but don't have a flask available. I mean, this game should be over. It just needs to be finished. Double the eco numbers. We're still, I guess, mostly going cataphract. We have some Varangian guards for whatever reason. And we're back to 20 counter units and 9 Ruse Knights. I mean, there's no need to turn back. This keep could be burned down in a heartbeat. Then again, Team Walker could also be tapping out. It's rough watching this. It's like watching a Jigglypuff game. Except this guy is not actually using his giant cudgel that he has made. Gonna burn down the meditation garden now. I guess with the auto gulp turned on, if it is still... Yeah, there it is. Flurry's out. I guess he sees these flirty cataphracts and thinks to himself, maybe it's not to be. Match complete. I guess Bigglestein will be covering the finals of the top and then we go to the bottom.